Welcome back to the Fitness Mindset Podcast. I'm your host, Amanda Micallef, and this show has been sponsored by Divine Physiques Coaching. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different with the podcast and bring you an episode that was recorded live for my online clients in our private Facebook client group, whereby every Monday morning at 7 a.m. I go live and present a new topic for Mindset Mondays. So on today's episode, I will be discussing the nuances around embracing the journey. And just before we get into it, I also wanted to offer you a free gift for a short time only. You can get yourself a copy of the first 7 days of my Mindset Camp absolutely free. You can grab that at askamandahow.com. So my current clients are actually getting access to the full 6-week course when they sign up. But today I wanted to give you the first week absolutely free. So in this cheat sheet, I will show you how to understand why change is so difficult, uncover where your priorities are currently at, understand how this may be affecting your ability to ultimately achieve the body and life you've been dreaming of, and give you a homework task to help you put into practice what you will learn about yourself in the next 7 days. So thanks again for jumping onto this episode and stay tuned. Good morning, crew. How are we? How was everyone's Mother's Day? Hope it was awesome. Hope you all spoiled your mum's rotten. I'll wait a little bit here just to see if anyone jumps on. In the meantime, if you're watching this on the replay, please put replay in the comments. Good morning, Robbie. So I hope you all had a great weekend and just enjoyed it with your mums and went to lunch or had dinner and reminded her why she's special in your life. So this week's topic has come from a few conversations I've had with clients around unwavering belief, having unwavering belief on your journey. And this morning I wanted to explain how having that unwavering belief in the system is important, and understanding that what you're embarking on is not a quick fix. I repeat, it is not a quick fix. So here are a few reasons why you need to trust in the process that you are taking on. Good morning, Pia. Number one is you need to remember that what you have tried in the past hasn't worked, and this is why you're now working with a coach. So I know that some of you may have a tendency at times to question your macros. You may question your training. Is it working for you? Are you going to get from point A to point B? And what you need to remember when you're a beginner is that there is a foundation which needs to be built, okay? If you're building a house and the surveyor senses any weakness in the foundation, okay, obviously changes need to be made to the earth soil. Now, I know nothing about building, but from conversations I've briefly heard with tradesmen, I'm purely just going off that. Okay, unless the ground is level, unless the soil is, I think, quality, only then can they build a foundation. And then on that foundation is when they build the house. Okay, so when you're going through your beginner and intermediate phases, you need to understand you can't run straight into deadlifts and you can't go straight into squats. We need to train your motor patterns first to be able to cope with the demands of a compound lift. All right, that's one thing. You're dieting. Now, I understand as a coach that you're not going to be amazing from the start. And I'd be an absolute fool to believe that you're going to make all these changes overnight, because I know it doesn't work that way. When I started my fitness journey, I ate well, but I certainly didn't diet from the start. And I mean, my idea of dieting was like chicken and broccoli. Chicken and broccoli, I stopped eating with the family. My mum didn't understand why I was doing it. She thought I was going to make myself unwell. But I went pretty hardcore straight away. This is before I really understood macros and protein. I did the hardcore approach, as we do. And then, eventually go the other way and eat whatever you want. And I got some pretty amazing results, but I got more amazing results when I started to follow a coach's system. And yes, I questioned her system at the start. So she wanted me to stop all cardio and only focus on weight training. And this is when I'd come out of boxing and transitioned into weights. And telling a boxer to not do cardio is like telling a baby not to drink milk. It's like, what do you mean I can't do cardio? When I was running 5Ks every day. So having a mindset shift, that took me a good 3 months to really get it into my head that I had to stop doing cardio and I had to trust in her process. And it wasn't until I actually really listened to her that I started to build muscle. I started to get shape in my shoulders. Like my natural genetics started to really show because I was patient and I listened to her guidance. Number 2, you need to be patient with yourself and see this as a long-term solution. Okay, so just know that obviously what you guys are doing is not a quick fix. Yeah, this is not going to happen overnight. You're not going to have all these changes happen within a few months either. Like if you can develop a better routine in a few months and maybe get some, say like a better morning ritual, go to bed a bit earlier, drink more water, learn how to develop some habits around meal prepping, you're kicking some serious goals. Because these are this is extra work you need to add on top of everything else going on in your life. So be very patient with what you expect in the future, because I've been training now for 11 years, right, without a week's break, and it's still hard. You know, I do it rain, hail, or shine, but there are moments where I cannot be bothered. And let me tell you, as you get older, those moments are more and more. Okay? But you got to remember why you're doing this, and you also need to respect that it's certainly not going to happen overnight. So if you're after a quick fix, this is definitely not for you. Number 3, embrace the highs and lows of the process and realize that that is your success. Take focus away from the end goal. So when everyone starts coaching, they tend to go, I want to lose 10 kilos. Okay, awesome. When do you want to lose it by? October, and it's February. All right, cool. So what have you done up until this point about your health and fitness? Nothing. Cool. So you probably won't lose 10 kilos in 7 months, because the first 3 months, you're just trying to sift through all of your bad habits, and we're trying to redo good habits. So in those first 3 months, you're still going to fall over. You're still going to eat shit, right? You're still going to forget to meal prep. You're still going to forget to check in. So when I finished powerlifting and I went back into bodybuilding this year, I knew exactly how long it was going to take me to get my physique back to a good place. And this is training 5 days a week with cardio on top of that. And it took me 3 months of hard training. Yeah, and this is 11 years of quality mass behind me and no inconsistencies at all. So I know where my body's at. So the thing about the journey too is that, like going on a comp prep, for example, there's a lot of lows in comparison to highs. The highs are really just what you get to see in the mirror after a lot of sacrifice. So like going out for Mother's Day yesterday, we're going to an Italian restaurant. We go to 400 Gradi on Lygon Street, and everyone's getting Nutella pizzas and pastas and yeah, all the good stuff, all the good Italian food. And I had to settle for the barramundi. Now, in one way it was good, because then I walked away feeling light and like it was a normal eating day for me. But at the same time, you know, you've got to constantly explain why you can't eat that slice of Nutella pizza, or why you can't get dessert, or why you can't order the gnocchi, you know, and just making your family understand, or your friends understand when you go out to socialize, that, you know, you have this goal. And sometimes that can be hard too, because you want to feel a part of your circle. You want to be amongst it. You want to go out and enjoy yourself and not have to worry, but sometimes you can't, and that's okay. And that's where you need to just embrace it for what it is and not sugarcoat it. Okay. Sometimes this process is going to suck, whether you like it or not. But again, you have to remember that you came to me initially because you were not happy with where you were at. And it was a result of all the instant gratification that you'd been so used to over the years, that got you to where you were at this point. Okay, and now what you're doing is you're removing that instant gratification and you're looking at the long-term vision. So next thing, number 4, change happens in micro bites every day and not massive chunks. The brain isn't wired for massive change overnight. True story. Our brains can't cope when we try and change everything at once, which is why people fall over. Like, it's nothing to do with us as individuals and everything to do with the way our brain is actually wired. Okay, so just trying to have small, tiny wins every day. Just try and get 1% better every single day. If you were crap at something last week, try and improve it this week. You know, set one goal for the day. One goal. You know, write in the comments below, guys, what's your goal for today or this week? Please let me know. I'd love to know, share your thoughts around this. So yeah, how do you eat the whole elephant? One bite at a time. This journey is a big fat elephant that you find in the zoo, and that is one big mofo. Yeah? So just know that what you're aiming for could take you a couple of years. Are you okay with that? Because if it means a couple of years of sacrifice and the rest of your life being happy, I think it's not a bad trade-off. Sorry, I'm just wiping sweat beads off my face. Number 5, remain consistent. Success is boring, believe it or not. Very, very true. How do you know you're successful? When you're ticking boxes every single day, no one's patting you on the back. You have a few fans telling you to keep going and that you're doing well. But for the most part, no one's really watching. No one's giving you that, you know, awesome, you're like, you're so effing good and stuff. Like, you set yourself up for success by doing your morning ritual, you eat well, you train hard, you go to bed, you get up, you do it all the same again. Yeah, and like I said, you might have a few people around you that are noticing what you're doing, but don't expect it. You can go years upon years upon years of working extremely hard with only few people ever really noticing, but you're not doing it for that. You're doing it for you. Success has more disappointments than there are trophies, let me tell you. Okay, a trophy is only a result of all the hard work that you've ever done in the background that nobody sees. That's success. All right, guys, so there you have it. These are the 5 ways that you can learn how to better embrace your journey. So you may not always love it, but you can certainly embrace it for what it is. So if you find this topic useful, let me know. Drop a comment below or give it a thumbs up or a heart. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. And again, if you're on the replay, put #replay in the comments and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao. Thanks again for listening to today's episode. Make sure that you grab your free copy of my 7-day mindset cheat sheet. You can grab that at askamandahowe.com. And if you are interested in coaching, please send me a request via the website at www.divinephysiquescoaching.com. All the relevant links will be in the show notes below. Until next time, keep punching.